Guys, back with the North American Weed Tour podcast, episode 15. I'm Mitch Pfeiffer.
And I'm Jay Ping, and today we have special guest
Mad
Mark, aka Mark Seegmueller. Matt, man, it's good to see you, bro. How you living?
Oh, it's fucking living the dream.
Man, you're smoking some good over there. Where are you located in the world right now?
Right in the world, I'm out in beautiful Enumclaw, Washington, right there. I've got the green grass and the pine trees and the clouds up there finally.
Love it.
Broken. Garden's happy now. But yeah, I'm just right here in Auburn, Washington, right by the White River Amphitheater. I can hear the shows going on from the farm. It's pretty fucking dope.
That's pretty sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you have another 4th of July gathering out there this year with COVID going on?
This year I just spent all my fucking time in the sand dunes. That's
like
my gig. Ever since like the shutdown happened, I went out and bought a fucking sand car and an RV, and I just catch me out of the dunes.
That's sick.
So much fun.
I've been seeing that you branded the sand car
Oregon
too, right?
Coast is where it's at right now.
You threw the Mad Marks Farms logos up on the Sand Cruiser, right?
Oh fuck yeah! Yeah, I fully wrapped that bitch. Got the giant flag flying behind it and shit too. Yeah, when I'm out in the dunes, people are always asking me for weed, which is dope because I don't even sell weed in Oregon. People down in Oregon and Cali are asking me for weed. They heard about the shit, so something's going good.
Hell yeah!
Or maybe I just got good weed.
Expanding the brand.
So but I want to ask questions on the brand specifically here in a bit. But for a second, man, where did the name Mad Mark come from, and when did that start?
Where did the Mad Mark come from? That shit's deep because there's like a lot of meaning behind it. Like first and foremost, we got like the reefer madness thing. All us stoners are just fucking insane people and all that shit. So that's square one is the Mad Mark, and then I had a lot of fucking frustrations since this whole thing started. I've been selling weed my whole life, and it was like really fucking awesome. I was like super free, did what I wanted. And then when the legal shit came around, everything just kind of hit the fan. Shit kind of went off. Got all fucking sideways. Game got turned upside down, and I just wasn't too happy about how shit was going. So I think what it was really, I was fucking in the garden, and like some barcodes or something was fucking with me, and then I like took a bamboo pole and I was just like beating the fuck out of this fucking pole. And one of my employees saw me, and then they're like, "Oh shit, Mark's mad." And then that was like right around the time we were trying to like come up with a name, and so I was just like, "Oh shit, is that it? Is that the one?" I think so.
Those are the best.
Just a lot of shit. Just a lot of different meanings in there. To pick one.
That's
and then
awesome.
There's like the Mad Max thing, so I'm like stealing the brand identity there. Mad Max, fucking little recognition there already, little alliteration and shit.
And that's
so there's a little bit going on there.
And some of the best brands are built off of taking something that's already familiar and building off that. It's like a lot of streetwear happens, and like your logo, right? Like is a take on the Mr. Yuck, where the LCB came out with, they didn't want cartoons or things that are appealing to children, and you took like the utmost, like the warning symbol for children, and kind of like bake that into your logo.
Right, I thought I was doing myself a solid there because I got some pretty risky advertising shit I do. So I'm like, here, I'll just throw yuck on everything, then they can't say shit. Did my part. Did everything I could.
Just use
like eggs is super easy too. Most maybe it's just us old people, but most kids are familiar with the fucking yuck and shit, so it makes it easier on parents too. They can just they don't even got to worry about it. Just tell the kids to stay away from that shit. Let's try to make it easier on everybody.
To me, the brand has always been. When I first discovered the brand, it was at Kush 21 in the early days, I think. Maybe Evergreen Market early days, 2017, maybe, I think. Late 2016, maybe 2017. And I remember going, Mark, I remember going to a dispensary and seeing you doing a PAD. And I remember there being 200 people at this PAD somewhere. And your energy was greater than any energy I'd ever given at any PAD, any vendor day I'd ever been at. Okay. Like,
oh, shit.
And I remember being like, damn, this guy's the party. And then I remember seeing you at, I think, one of the first Lemon Haze events, maybe, or a concert or something.
Oh,
And people came up to you, industry people came up to you the same way that all those fans and customers were. And I just remember being like, this guy is the shit. His weed's the shit, and people really, really like him and think he's the shit. Like, I gotta meet this guy. And then I looked at the logo, and I remember going up to you and being like, Mark, bro, I think I've only heard great things. I want to figure out how to help you and work with you. And you just were so down, bro. You just were so down from day one that. When we launched the series, every year we make it a point to include you no matter what. Every year we make it a point that people can discover you. We really, really appreciate you as a human. And then you also cultivate really great cannabis. And your brand, it's fun. It's cool. It's not corporate. It's not boring. It's you.
I got a fire ass signal, so I don't think it's me, but I just missed that whole last like 30 seconds.
I said your weed. I said, and you cultivate great weed. The brand is also fire. I love the growth of it over the time. You had more of the bubble lettering and some of the graffiti style stuff early on and the unique artwork. And now, remember, you got feedback from those fucking buyers. Remember, they were like, branding, your shit isn't this, it doesn't pop off the shelf. It's like, it was like, fuck all of that. This shit sells out like 2 to 3 weeks every time. What are you talking about? And I just want to say to you, I really appreciate what you do in this industry, what you stand for. The fact that you cultivate cannabis is obviously just extra. We had to include you on the North American Weed Tour. It's an honor to have you. What are you smoking on today?
Gelato. That's my shit lately.
Ooh,
real fresh. That. I like to do the little hand manicures. I throw it in the bowl.
The hand manicure.
Oh, fresh.
So, Mark, we recently
that gelato though. It's been the.
We recently had some people on our YouTube commenting. We had some people commenting on the YouTube channel about the genetics behind your gelato. There were people saying it's not a gelato.
No, it's not gelato.
So can we?
It's kind of gelato.
Right. So can we help people understand the genetics that are going into the products that you have on the market, and why? How did you go about curating the menu you have?
Okay. I got a super easy answer. Mm-hmm. I just grow what I like. Like I'm not the one who's into any of that bullshit about fucking. I don't know. I'm like anti-hype guy. Like So
you're not pheno hunting all the crazy genetics dropping all the time.
There's no reason to. When I see something that like stands out and I really think that I should like maybe give a shot, then I'll give it a try. But it's one of those. It's rare as fuck when a new strain comes along that's actually a new strain. Everybody's in their garden just fucking chucking pollen and I crossed this with that and I crossed this with that and crossed this with that. But not that many times is it actually a stabilized genetic. So it's part of the thing I'm going for over here is consistency and repeatability. And so like having a new strain every week kind of like goes against what I'm trying to do. Cause like I've been in this game forever. Most of the shit that's in my garden I've had for fucking 10 years. And the reason I have it is because it's fucking fire. I got the choice between any strain I could bring in that I want to. Right. And so, I'm more like I really just go off what I like. You know, I think that's why I've had some like good results because I like weeds. I'm super fucking into it. I think I have a fucking good palate for it, and so like I feel like I'm the chef who's fucking making everybody dinner, and I'm just gonna do what I know is right, and they're gonna enjoy it, or they ain't gonna come back to the restaurant, right? And the proof's in the pudding. They keep coming back for more and more and more. So something's going right. I think just the fact that I actually fucking am so hands on the shit. I'm actually smoking my own weed. I'm actually fucking growing my own weed. I get fucking select all the fucking strains and everything that go in there. And I think that just makes a big difference. One of the biggest things I got going is that we're so small and the team's so small. There's not a lot of interference. Like when I want to do something, I'm able to do it. So if I want to bring in a new strain or I want to get rid of a strain, it's not like a big huge debate. But back to the genetics on the gelato. Really is it was a strain that came out of fucking Colorado. It's literally like a fucking menage of everything. It's got fucking Kush and cookies and fucking cherry pie and fucking got like fucking Hindi Kush and some fucking Afghani in it. So it's literally just it's like everything. And then once you start breaking, once you start breaking those down, then you got fucking the Durban poison in there or something, and then all that other shit. But I take all that shit with a grain of salt too, because I could give this cutting to someone else and they would come up with a different result. Yeah. Like I've seen that time and time and time again. I could give somebody clones and their shit 99.9% of the time is not going to look like mine does. It's like the feeding schedule, the garden setup, the lighting, fucking the pruning tactics, fucking, the pot size, like literally like everything combines together to like make the end result. It's not just like, oh, here's some seeds for this strain. That's exactly, it's not a fucking copy, it's not a printer. It's not just going to keep producing the same thing over and over again.
Absolutely. So, Mitch, were you gonna say something about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, with your strains and the way you've kind of rebranded your strains over this last, probably last 2 years. I want to say last year, but last year went by so quick. So it's probably over the last 2 years, you kind of reframed and repositioned your strain. So I was just kind of curious of, I know you think branding and consumer experience first. So kind of what was the thought process behind rebranding the name of these strains, and what are those now? What are the strains now called?
You fucking nailed it right there, because it's all about the customer experience, and there's so many stores and so many bud tenders and so much turnaround on all that. It's impossible to get them all educated on exactly what's going on there. So like in the beginning times, we're having a lot of trouble with people getting hung up on indica and sativa and THC percentages and all that bullshit, as being their like main driving factor for what they were going to buy. So it was way too fucking confusing, and people didn't. I feel like there's misconceptions going on out there, so that's why I decided to just go with like the terpene line. So I changed everything to the kind of like fruit flavor representation of like what the strain actually tasted like. So without being able to, in Washington, I'm up here in Washington, of course. So we're limited experience. Like you don't get to touch the weed, you don't get to smell the weed, you don't get to do anything like that in the store. You basically just have to go in and buy it based off the labeling, which is why people got stuck into this THC percentage crisis. But I've been trying to fight that hard, and I trying to redirect people onto the whole terpene route. So that's the main reason I did the strain name changes on there, just because like you said, make it easier for the customer. Like they don't know what like spaceberry blue goo tastes like. They have no fucking clue. They're going into that guessing into the Washington market where you can't see that shit before you buy it. So if I name it fucking Mad Lime and the shit tastes like lime, fucking problem solved, easy as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm also of the opinion that the terpenes and all that shit dictate your high a lot more than the other numbers that are represented on that package. So I was just thinking, it's just a better way to get around the inadequacies of our system here. I got some hardcore homies who were like, you can't change your name, that's just fucked up, you can't do that, no, that's wrong, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, Yeah, fuck all that. New world, new game. You gotta adapt and change, right? You know, and fucking it ain't what it used to be. So
when you have the ability to step back and look at both sides of that fence, you're actually taking care of more customers, even though it might seem like there's more connoisseurs that care about that other side.
yeah. And I mean, my direct experience is that the novices are the ones who are concerned about that other side. The whole number plate.
There are more. Mark, you know this as well as I do, brother. There are more people out there that do not know what we know. They don't smoke what we smoke. They don't consume how we consume. There are a lot more of those motherfuckers than there are people who know limonene, pinene, gelato, sure, blue magoo 37.
People love Coors, you know. They don't love Coors Light. That's just what they can buy. It's what's shoved in their face, right? It's kind of the same thing going on here. You know, and the pricing dictates stuff big time in this marketplace, and it's just kind of funny that the higher THC numbers typically go attached to the cheaper products, which is kind of like a alarm right there. You're like, wait, what's going on there?
Yeah, how does that make sense?
We've played with that shit since the beginning at Washington. There's been we've had the fucking number crisis fucking since day goddamn one. It's like as soon as that became like the only avenue to sell a product. And so obviously, you know, you got people who are gonna ride that avenue real fucking hard, and then so all of a sudden now you got like 30%, 35%, 40%, 45% popping up on the shelves, and it's a bag of fucking shake. You're like, what the fuck? No way. How's that even, you know? So like, just ruin the consumer confidence, in my opinion. You know, like I don't know how anybody can take those seriously. When you buy the bag that's 30%, you take it home, you smoke the whole fucking bag, and you're like, wow, that was fucking whack. And then you go pick up some shit that's 13%, and you take one hit off that shit. Next thing you know, your house is clean, and you fucking wake up 4 hours later. You're like, what the fuck happened? Oh shit, off some 13%, huh? So
I know, dude. If you showed up to a buyer or sent an email blast out with 13% THC weed on your menu, people are asking, what happened? What's wrong? What did you do different? Like, they're freaking out. And then if you just blindly, like if you just delivered 13% weed, they're probably rejecting that order.
Yeah, they're gonna have a problem with it. Oh, this won't sell. Oh, this won't sell.
Which is crazy. So Mark, talk to me a little bit about this, right? You got, the rec goes legal, right? 2015, it starts turning on. We got expensive eights. You're starting to think, you're getting into the market. 2016 pops around. Weed starts really, really hitting a stride. There's dispensaries. They're making money. Chains, multiple locations start opening, right? Year two. Now, 2017 to 2018 and 2019, I feel like Mad Mark entered the market. And then every month, it was as if you really started to hit pace and hit a stride, right? There was better crops, new strains, and then remember all those bud tender events we used to go to back in the day?
Oh yeah, I remember when we all used to get together and party.
Those were the days, man.
I'm just trying to have fun. I think that's probably another major thing that like I'm here to smoke weed and party. I'm gonna make money on the side, but those are the two main priorities: are fucking have a good time and smoke chronic. It just happens to be that when you grow chronic, you usually have money. That's just kind of how it goes, unless you suck. But I don't know. There were so many people that failed. I don't know how I do know how they failed. I mean, that time period you brought up there. So maybe one of the reasons that you started to notice me more was that everybody else was just falling the fuck off, because that was like bad times there for a while with that traceability crash. Like fucking prices went fucking down hard, fucking core. And so everyone was struggling to make ends meet. They were having to shut down their businesses. They're, just looking at bill after bill after bill coming in and fucking just sitting on their crop, because it's just it's been fun. So I mean that I think that's what it is. I'm just a motherfucking glutton for punishment, and they ain't gonna kick me out. Like fucking, I saw this shit as soon as I heard that it was gonna go legal back in like 2012. I was like, oh fuck, guys, we gotta do this. This is where it's going. This is the future. Once there's a legal fucking route, they ain't gonna let us do this no more. Like, it ain't just gonna be all good. And I told everybody, preached it to every motherfucking buddy, and nobody did it. So I think a lot of the real ones too didn't get in the industry. So then you got a lot of fucking investor groups getting up in the industry. A lot of people just not knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I think it's just been a natural culling, right? Just the fucking the real remain. I just ain't going nowhere. Like I said, I got low needs.
Now
we also making money is not my.
What were you saying? It's lagging on my side. Mitch, should I leave this thing and then come?
I got bomb ass internet, so it's not me.
Interesting. Right, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Even though I'm outside, I'm still good. Mitch is over there all fluid. He's not glitching around.
I'm staying in the Matrix, man. Living in the Matrix.
Yeah, so fucking. Okay, I dig it. I like in the middle. That's good.
Now we changed up, but one of the things I wanted to touch on, back on branding and kind of setting yourself apart of, how you looked at rebranding these strains for solving a consumer experience issue, right? Like there was a clear issue of bud tender education, consumers being aware, and you kind of approach that from your side of the business of what you could do to kind of solve that issue. And I think you've done the same issue or looked at a similar issue in terms of like products sitting on the shelves where you move to a model where you do limited drops with limited quantities to select stores. You're really cautious about who buys it in terms of can they move the product to make sure consumers get the freshest product and not upcharging so the price stays consistent. Where most people sit there and complain, oh, retailers are bending us over. They have all of the leverage. You've kind of taken some of that and said, I'm going to leverage whatever I can leverage and just play ball with who I want to play ball. So could you give me a little bit of insight on that process?
Yeah, I got so many awesome emails in my inbox. Like, I've been called the rudest person in 502. I've been called, but like every name in the book. I'm the fucking worst. They're like, I was just reading one today. I saw a best of booth post come up, and I had a fucking email from that guy that I was just dying over. It's just like, you're the best. You're quite the salesman, aren't you? And I'm like, well, fucking, I'm a grower, not a salesman, bro. Not the same. Not the fucking same. That shit's fucking hilarious. Wait, I'm high now. Repeat. What was the question?
I'm
kind of a hard ass rabbit hole on that one because I was like, how much do I want to say? And then I started like fucking grinding that way, and then I was like, oh fuck, what was Mitch even asking me? Fuck, I'm a crazy person.
No, you're mad, bro. You're mad, Mark. It's all good. No, but the inspiration behind kind of doing these limited drops and making sure the product stays on the no retailer is going to take your product and mark it up 4x or 3.5x. Like you really try
yeah, so it's like it's a big fucking, it's like the centipede. There's 3 people involved in this motherfucker, so like everybody's gonna get a little along the way. So we can't get her with the structure we got right now. You can't get around the stores. You have to go through the store, and so fucking they're gonna make their money no matter what. They're not gonna be hooking up people with weed just because they want to, right? So they're gonna make money, So it's just a natural fucking beast. It's just kind of like out of whack a little bit with how the distribution goes. And so, like you're saying, for me, it's all about the customer. You know, like I had another store who was like, "We're your customers," and I'm like, "No, you're really not my fucking customer, though, bro. Like, you're tripping. Like, customers are the customers. You're the middleman. You know, get it straight." And so, like, that's where the little drops come in, because I have to take control somehow. Because I had a lot of experiences in the past where the stores will try and they're there to make money, right? That's exactly why they're there. It's natural. I ain't got nothing against them making money, and they're going to use whatever tactics they can to make more money. One of those things is doing bulk buys. And so they'll try and buy too much fucking product. They'll buy like a 2-month supply. And I'm like, shit ain't going to be good that fucking long. And then when my customer, the end customer, the one that I really care about, when they get the fucking product, it's not going to be as good as it could have been if they would have got it a lot sooner and a lot fresher. Because like I'm one of the biggest things about Washington up here is we've always had so much weed. We've always had home growers. We've always had just a booming ass fucking indoor local community, and people like fresh weed. You know, nobody wants some fucking old last season's fucking, or even if, you know, like. That was one of the other number crises for a while. That was another big point of for some reason, they removed the harvest date requirement from the packaging, because they used to have a harvest date on the package. And for whatever reason, they decided to get rid of that shit. I mean, I know the reason, and
stupid.
It's kind of like, it's the oil hat reader. Still, you know, I just don't trust those motherfuckers. Somebody got in there and bribed those motherfuckers to take that shit off, because they could make more money if that label was out of their way, you know. So it's like it's just big business shit. But anyways, back to the fucking thing. It's I gotta take control and get the good product into the customer's hands. So one of the ways I did that was the other fucking marketing tool, buying tool. I'm not sure how you want to describe it, but yeah, little micro drops. So like I size the drops depending on what I think they can move through in 2 weeks reasonably. I'm not going to hit them with something that they can't move through, because that really doesn't do anybody any good. Now they got shit sitting in their back room that fucking they spent their money on now. Now it's just sitting there getting older, and so they're not going to lower their margin when they do finally get around to sell it, because it's older. So it's going to go out to the end customer, the one I really fucking care about, as a fucking just a lower grade product than it could be. And for the prices people are fucking getting charged for the product, it needs to be a fucking amazing. You know, so I charge a lot, and so in turn it turns into the whole fucking lot once it goes through the fucking system. So like, people got to get their fucking worth out of it. And so like, that goes on, like I'm gonna like change direction a little bit, and so like turn it into a third thing that, you know, like with the new packaging. Like that's another fucking thing behind the new package is I wish I had one right here in front of me. I'm not a good salesman, like the guy said. He wasn't lying. I'm used to people calling me when they want weed. I still haven't gotten used to this whole fucking annoying people like, hey, you want to buy some weed? You want to buy some weed? You want to buy some weed? Like that shit just like doesn't sit right with me. It's making me feel like a drug pusher. I'm like, yo, you want some, buy some drugs? Hey, buy drugs. You want to buy some drugs? You know, it's all fucking weird. But the new package, so I got that set now too. It solved more of these fucking problems, because now it completely blocks out the light. Like previous to my new box, I'd had the hang tag, because I wanted everybody to see the product, and I wanted them to know exactly what they were getting before they fucking purchased it. And just the problem with that was the tags were falling off, and it was kind of inconvenient that way for like the bud tending staff on the store level. It was inconvenient for their inventory reasons. But that tied right into those little micro drops too, because I had the clear jars with the micro drops, so the shit wasn't getting light bleached, it wasn't going bad, so it was working. But the whole time I was doing that, when I originally designed that glass jar, I had intention of going in a box. So I got a fucking, now I got the new boxes. I got Harley's, he's in Chicago right now, but when he gets back, he's going to be fucking taking some photos for me of the new boxes and shit. They've been out in stores for a while. I'm just bad at getting that shit up on the social media and whatnot. Done a few stories, but there's no actual like evidence of it. But long story fucking long. The box is fucking dope because it's got openings on the top and the bottom, so you can spin the jar around. You can orient the face. It's got a little fucking hole, just circle hole cut on the front of the box, so you can orient the face to block out all the light, or you can spin the jar and see all the weed. And it's also got a little light hole on the bottom, so if you want to get crazy, you can like put the jar on your phone and it'll illuminate the whole thing. So that's pretty fucking rad. Just more customer experience there, and it's a shiny box now, and it's in a box and it stacks better. It's just more, it's like more appealing, you know. It's like when you get your new phone or whatever, and it's like the unboxing event. You know, the more and more and more and more. Eventually, you'll probably have to unwrap like 6 layers of packaging before you can get my weed out of the jar. That's my eventual.
I'm all for the boxes. I'm all look. We got a box and dabs in boxes, weed in boxes. Come on, that's the thing.
I kind of feel like if you ain't in a box, you ain't shit. That's just that's my new thoughts on things.
The Cali box vibes, the Vegas box vibes. It's a thing. Like
it's way better. We've come a long way from a Ziploc bag of weed. That's for damn sure. I mean, with my brand too, I started in Ziplocs. I had a couple Ziplocs in 502 and fucking, then I moved into the fucking the Mylar bags. And then I got a home printer that was all nice to do the little Keller labels for them. And then I started getting my stickers printed from another company over in Colorado. And then those stickers got changed to be a little bit smaller so you could have more viewing on the jars. And every time I have a new package come out, I think it's super fucking awesome. And then a year later, I'm like, that shit is fucking trash. What was I thinking? So I'm excited for what's coming up next, too.
That's what's fun, too.
Boxes I got right now are like awesome. And I don't even know what's coming next, but it's going to be amazing.
And you're always been on the forefront of branding, especially for the Washington market. You know, like Joey and I see it a lot in Cali and other markets. Washington is super craft, but almost craft in mindset and the vision for branding, packaging, and like, you know, we've joked around and called you the merch god for 502. You have like the most set of diverse merch, whether it's custom or consistent. And so, have you been into clothing before cannabis, or did cannabis let you kind of explore that route?
No, I've been wearing clothes since I was a baby, I think. So I've been into that shit a long fucking time. Like always, right? Yeah, nobody wants, yeah. So I've always been into that shit too. I remember when I was in Hawaii one time, I got a shirt with a weed leaf on it, and I was like, oh fuck, this is the best shirt ever. And I like rocked the fuck out of that shirt, and I was like, you know, rocking the fuck out of LRG for a long time just because all their weed themes. So I was just all in as soon as I had a brand to fucking throw on some clothes that represents weed and shit. I'm like, fuck yeah. No, and it's come a long way too. It's crazy. I was going through the drive-thru the other day down in Auburn. They're like, oh, what's up, Mad Mark? And I'm like, oh shit. God damn. Everybody.
What if some of the top selling items been that you've carried?
Like I that other shit too where we got some weird shit going on there. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna keep talking. But yeah, it's it just goes back to more like what I want to do. You know, like you said, yeah, I've always been into like the skateboard, snowboard, you know, kind of like that other side of the fucking culture thing. So my style's always been fucking kind of geared that side of things too. And so, just doing what I want, grow the strains I want, make the clothes I want, and like, I don't know, I feel like I'm not like the biggest piece of shit out there, so other people probably like what I like too. So I think there's probably, you know, like, instead of trying to cater what everybody else wants, I kind of just like know what's personally right for me to do. You know, I kind of got more like my vision isn't very influenced by outside sources. I'll say that. Like, I don't really listen to too many motherfuckers about anything. I kind of just do what I want. And,
as you should, with
yeah, I want to do good. So everything's gonna be geared that way. But there's definitely like in the style, like that my fucking skateboarding, snowboarding, fucking, just weed selling, like counterculture side, fucking definitely is visible in the fucking branding and the fucking merch I choose to do and all that shit. And I'm even like careful about who I choose to do my merch, because like not like fuck no, 100% of the fucking t-shirts, aside from the ones my mom ironed patches on for me, came from the homie making music in fucking Tacoma, and he's been bouncing around on fucking Pack Ave down there between fucking 84th and 56th, like for the fucking 5-6 years I've been fucking with him now, and they got a dope ass little thing going down there. Couple dudes owning a fucking print shop they just got good vision, and they're just good people. They're just real ass motherfucking people. It's not some like website I'm fucking ordering the shit off trying to get the fucking best price or fucking any of that shit. And then the other side of it too is when I go down there, I'm like, yo, I need the premium tees. I need the fucking heavyweight hoodies. I need the fucking, I need the top quality goods, because I'm trying to make shit that people actually want. That's kind of like the deal. I'm not trying to shove. I'm not trying to shove shit down people's throats. I'm trying to give them an option of something they could have. And that I want them to like choose to buy that shit, or, choose to rock that shit. Like, you guys been around in the industry long enough. You get plenty of those fucking bullshit cardboard, fucking stiff ass, fucking too short, too wide, fucking just garbage shit that goes in the fucking shit pile in the back of the closet. And then maybe sometime when you're washing your car, you're going to bring that bitch out and dry it off with it. Like, like shitty merch dungeon. Fucking how much fucking resources are wasted on shitty merchandise, right?
facts.
Like, people are never gonna motherfucking wear. And I try and go hard on everything. Like I try and go hard on the weed. I try and go hard on the merch. I don't skimp no fucking steps. I'm like fucking Hammond in Jurassic Park. I'm like, I don't spare no fucking expense. We're gonna do what we need to fucking do to make this shit fucking happen. And hopefully it doesn't run away from us at one point, right?
I love that. And when
satin lanyards with the extra thick shit, and I get the nice clasps that fucking last a long time and don't fucking break and snag on shit, and then people want it. When you put out a good fucking product, people want that shit. And you don't gotta fucking deceive them with price and fake numbers and fucking all that other bullshit. Like, you just gotta put out something that's actually fucking good. And luckily for me, there's not that many other people putting out shit that's actually fucking good. So that's why you've been hearing about me. That's the whole thing. I don't give a fuck. I do what I fucking want. I don't fall for their fucking bullshit. I put my products out there, not as a fucking one-time whopper, but I want a motherfucker to come back. I used to do that shit. You mentioned Kush 21. I used to do vendor days at Kush 21, and fucking that shit would get fucking live. Like, that shit lined up down the fucking block. Like, people getting fucking mad by the time they got even in line so motherfucking long. They're so mad, but then they get that fucking super ass fucking deal in their fucking hand, and then they love that shit, and then they got a good fucking, it's turned to their experience good now. And then they got a positive association with the brand. They went out, they had some fun, they had some emotions, they fucking ended up feeling happy and getting a fucking solid ass score. Because that was one of the other things too. I had to break some motherfuckers' balls on that shit to get that on those vendor days like that. I'm fucking first hits free kind of guy. So you can fucking try it. That's my whole thing. Like, I know you're gonna like it. You're gonna want to come back. So let me do what I can to get that in those people's hands, and then they're gonna be calling me. That's the point. I don't want to hassle them. I want them calling me. I want them hitting me up on Instagram like, yo, where can I find your shit? Where can I get this? When's the drop happening? That's that way they get fresh product, and I know that people are serious about getting good weed or getting good weed. Here's another thing I tried to do too. I tried to step my game up a level and fucking start taking custom orders online. So I had people hitting me up through the website, and they'd hit me up. They'd be like, "I want an ounce of this, or I want an ounce of that," and I'd be like, well, "Where do you shop?" And fucking try and get it lined up to where I could drop them their personal fucking order at a store of, our personal fucking, where we could like have common ground at. 'Cause I don't sell to all stores. It's not like I can just fucking drop. You guys know how it is, but I don't know if everybody knows how it is out there. But to like get into a fucking store is a motherfucking nightmare. Like, it's no easy task to like introduce your product to a fucking buying staff and fucking have all those people fucking go through your product and then actually choose your product, especially something like mine, because like I am coming in at a higher price. So a lot of people see my price and they're just like, nope. They're just like, no way, we're not gonna fucking do it. There's a lot of hurdles to actually getting your products in the fucking stores. It's not as easy as just, oh, I've got a customer who wants to buy this from you. Here, let me drop it off to you. It's so that's what I learned hardcore with that. And like my biggest lesson on that was it was just the timing was bad because I sell weed all across the fucking state from fucking Bellingham to fucking Longview. And then fucking almost all the way over to fucking Idaho. So there's no way that when fucking homie hits me up for a fucking ounce that I can, in a timely manner, if I can get that shit done and dropped off to his store. So that leads into like my biggest thing I want to fucking see happen is the fucking craft farm bill. That's like the biggest change we need to see happen because that's gonna fucking streamline a lot of that bullshit. And then a lot of these fucking higher end products that, like you said, a lot of people do want Coors. And then so like the corner stores are going to be there available with the high THC content and fucking, low quality products that you buy at a cheap price conveniently in the neighborhood. And then if you want to take a little stroll off the path, you can go out to a farm and have an experience and see the people and the fucking environment where the product's created and packaged and handled and get, like I have a dream of like deli style cannabis where you all just roll in and you're like, yo, I got, I want some gelato and I want some of this. And I go over to the fucking box and I pull out some gelato and I hand trim you up a couple nugs of that and I throw it on the scale and I'm like, is that good? And you're like, no, I'll throw a couple more nugs on there and I'll fucking trim it, like just a true like deli style, like straight from the farm. And all the marketing stuff ties into that too. Like that's more freedoms because one of the difficulties in 502 is the customer outreach because like aside, like you guys kill it because you're one of the few people out there who actually like throw live ass parties that get the farms and the fucking stores in front. Well, more of the farms in front of the customers because the stores got all the access to the custies, but to just to get their feedback and be able to interact with them and whatnot. So
absolutely. And with that, direct of the farm that they're this craft farm bill that they're working on the push. I know you've been speaking out for that. California is now seeing, the DTC, the direct to consumer route where brands can team up with delivery services, but people can order, like you're talking about, live order through brands on the website and get it delivered to the door. But it's, what you're talking about, this craft farm bill, it's crazy that the cannabis is still fighting the stigma that it's so difficult to get a model, like even talk about that model. Where do you feel like we're at in the process of that becoming a reality?
All right, so what I've learned along the process is that we have to buy it. So fucking alcohol got shaped the same way back in the early days. Fucking alcohol was not vertically integrated. You couldn't fucking buy directly from the distilleries and the wineries and the breweries and all that shit. So a lot of lobbying went into getting that shit fucking pushed into the legality side of things. So I think they see an opportunity for the same thing here. So part of the problem is it's just all crazy politics. Like there ain't no fucking good reason that we can't do it. We all know it's bullshit that it's fucking illegal in the first place. We all know that it's It's just like horribly fucking wrong. All of their fucking principles and shit. Like nothing that they've said is like turned to be true. You know, the shit doesn't. It should be a scheduled narcotic. It doesn't have the fucking problems associated with it that they're terrified about. There's a lot of fucking benefits for a lot of people from it, and it's really, unfortunately, just all about money. We gotta fucking pay these motherfuckers to change the laws. And so enough farmers have to get together and pool enough money together to fucking bribe these people to do it. So unfortunately, that's just what it is. You know, they're not doing it because they should. They're doing it because they get paid.
Mm.
Right.
And this is I guess let's just be very clear. This is not Mad Mark doing those kinds of things. You really believe that there are very large groups and corporations and businesses that are out there in the I-502 in the Washington state market specifically that are working most likely to some degree with the LCB.
Yeah. It all comes down to fucking golf course handshake deals and all that kind of shit. It's all lobby. You want to get anything changed, you got to have a lobbyist. That's how it is. Period. But there is an association over here on the growers side that is fucking trying to gather forces so we can have a bigger fucking check to throw at these people to fight the other side of the organization that has previously won the battle. Because this shit's been proposed year after year after year after year. We've been screaming about it. What was it? Pre-COVID, there was a meeting on this down in Olympia, and there was standing room only, overflow room. I was sitting in the overflow room with Ghost, and fucking there was so many farms there trying to speak on behalf of the craft farm bill. It was ridiculous. Like I said, we were in overflow. There was probably 100 of us. There were so many of us that they didn't even like legally. They're like legally obligated to let us speak, right? You know, like that's how the system's supposed to work. There were so many of us that they said, we're going to cut down the list and we're cutting down the time of the few people that we actually let speak. And at that meeting, there was 3 lawyers who represented retail interests. Those 3 lawyers got their full allotment of time and they got to speak first. And they just did everything that the lawyers wanted. You know, it's just very apparent. It's super apparent. You know, you got overflow rooms of farmers who are like, this shit's fucked up, and then you got 3 power lawyers come in and just be like, no, we're good, leave shit alone.
That's terrible.
Those motherfuckers.
That's so frustrating.
How unhappy they are. But it's finally gotten to the point where so many of us have yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I already knew this shit was bullshit, and now I'm just like further disenfranchised. Like it's all just fucking bullshit. It's all fake. It's just buddy shit. They ain't doing anything because it's right or they should. They just do shit to make money off it. And that's all there is, bottom line.
I think a testament to what your success is and your story, you know, has been built around doing what's right to you and putting that end customer first amongst, you know, with the bullshit of the system and the regulations, with the bullshit of the supply chain of having to deal with the retailer. You've gone and just done things, like you said, your way, how you see fit, with the end customer in mind. And I think that's testament to how you as a small craft farm have really been able to take market share and build a brand, and something Joey and I have gravitated towards and just been a big fan of yours, because that's, you know, the branding, the marketing, that's what we eat and breathe daily. And you're someone that really, like, amongst all these challenges while people are complaining about it, you went out and did something about it intentionally, which I think is, you know, a testament to your success in a world where it's dominated by Chads. You're a grower owner, a smoker owner. You know, not many people can go lung to lung with Mark. You know, I've tried before, something I enjoy trying, but I think that's been a big part of your success is just doing what's true to you and you understanding the culture and speaking for that, regardless of what else is going on. So hats off to you for that, my guy.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm just going to try and keep doing me. That's all I can do. Piss off a lot of people, but it's whatever.
What strains are on the full Mad Mark lineup right now?
So right now, it's gelato, and a little splash of grape. That's it. Like when I've been doing my drops, it's been fucking 2/3 gelato. If I'm gonna drop off like 200 jars, fucking 140 of them are gonna be gelato. And then there's going to be like 20 on some of my other strains. It's just gelato season, or it's fake gelato season for me. Mad Mark gelato. And that's another one. That's what. So I named that shit gelato just for the same thing, to avoid the customer confusion, because like they don't want some obscure ass weird motherfucking 80s punk rock band sounding name, that they're like, the shit's fucking, it's as similar to a gelato, so I'm just gonna motherfucking call it gelato because it's gonna be easier for them to get an understanding of what it is, and if they really didn't like it, I would have heard more about it. The thing I hear the most is that's the best gelato I've ever had. They're like, that's the best gelato I've ever had. I'm like, cool, that's good shit. I dig it. So,
that's
if
so
they're having a
funny
good time, I'm fucking fucking K. So, just trying to make it easier. Trying to make it easier for them. There's too many fucking roadblocks in the way. It's too hard for some reason. So I gotta fucking push the easy button as much as I can. Shiny box, easy names. No, I wish. Yeah. Some things I just can't fucking change, unfortunately. They're like way beyond my fucking control. But like I said, I'm trying to do everything I can to navigate that shit to make it as good as possible for everybody. Well, at least me and the end user.
And well, I think it's
a nightmare
working.
for the speakers, but thank you. Yeah, maybe man. I shouldn't get so high for these, but no, that's silly. I definitely should.
Definitely got to smoke, man. And so, appreciate you being on the podcast today. Is there anything else you'd like the people to know, and where can we find you when we get up out of here?
Oh shit. So the website, madmarkfarms.com. I try and be up on that shit. I try and get all my drops on there. I'm not perfect, but I try. So I've at least been doing it every like week or two, getting where all the fresh drops are at. So that's the best way to go. It's the best case scenario I found is just go to the madmarkfarms.com and then check for the latest drops, and then hop on the store's websites, whichever one is the convenient one for you in your local area, and then or even call those motherfuckers. That don't ever hurt to actually call the store and be like, hey, can you actually put hands on this? Put hands on it and save it for me, because I know the website says it's there, but there's been plenty of times you go in and the website said it was there and it ain't there or whatnot. So that's another big piece of advice. I would just call them like old school.
Pick up the phone.
Ask them what they got. That's the best way. Madmarkfarms.com, and then call those stores to confirm. The shit fucking fast too, because that's the other good part about the calling is like sometimes that shit's gone in a couple days. I had some stores where I wasn't even getting out the back. The fucking bud tenders were literally snatching the entire fucking order and keeping it for themselves. It never even hit the floor. Which I think's rad, but that's why I say call and check, because sometimes it don't even make it on the fucking floor. But hell yeah. What about you guys? What you got coming up?
Man, And you know, this North American Weed Tour campaign, we got Hollow Flowers here in a couple weeks, and then out in Boston for Boston Cannabis Week, and then, you know, MJ BizCon, if the world doesn't close up again by then, we'll be back down there in Vegas. Are you going out there this year?
I was thinking about going to Oklahoma in a couple weeks, but that was for like UTV Takeover. It wasn't for the weed convention. But yeah, I'm a Washington cat. I haven't thought about doing the fucking national expansion yet. I think it's a little I like to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I got my shit carved out over here. I'm like, yeah, I know my lane. I know what people want. I know what I should do, but I don't know people in fucking, you know, Oklahoma, Massachusetts, or, you know, Florida. Florida, I hear, is a crazy fucking thing.
I hear people smoke a lot of gelato everywhere.
I don't know if we froze out.
Well, are we frozen?
Yeah, we're back. We're back. But before we get out of here, man, is there anything else you'd like the people to know about Mad Mark? Let's see.
Oh, we almost. You're both frozen now. Is this my connection? No way. I got all the bars.
Yeah, sometimes with the live studios, there's a little bit of the delay coming in from the different areas. But you know, we're about to end the episode. So if you're hearing this, you wanna give us the Mad Mark sign off, man. Anything else you want people to know about yourself?
No.
MadMarkFarms.com, everybody. Make sure you visit. Go check it out. Go support. He's in, you know, the exclusive drops, small micro drops at stores across the state. He has been killing the game in Washington State for, gosh, what is it now? Almost a decade in the cannabis world. So go support, check out his weed. There's lots of terps. There's good flavors. The gelato is crazy. And as he said, the grape ape and some of the other things are absolutely awesome. So be sure to tap in. Mark, it was really great to have you on the episode, my man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. I had fun. It's good times. Have a good day.
Oh yeah, man. See you, Mark. All right, guys. That was Mad Mark of Mad Mark Farms out here in Washington. You know, for all of our Washington audience, you guys are definitely familiar with that. If you've been to our events, you're definitely familiar with that up here in the Seattle area. You know, for people out of state, they're definitely someone to check out. You know, Joey and I have been a big fan of Mark and what he's done with the brand for a long time. A lot of what we talked about on this episode, you know, he's just done in looking in some things that Joey and I have learned in traveling around and covering recreational cannabis across the country and not just Washington. We've definitely seen where the industry is going as we move to national legalization and big money coming in. And there's absolutely, and everybody we interview, there's going to be the Coors Light, the Marlboros of weed, these big conglomerates, but there's going to be room for craft cannabis. Some people get worried like that'll be the end. There's going to be a room for craft cannabis, but not everybody is going to make it past that phase. And Mark is someone Joey and I have always said behind closed doors we believe will go, because he simply puts the end consumer first. And no matter what size he's at, his model and approach, it's going to be really hard for that not to be successful.
See, a lot of people don't understand that, you know, craft growers don't necessarily have the ability to become these billion-dollar empires. And so to think that you can just grow at that scale with also the same quality, it's borderline impossible. And Mark has this unique ability of being able to just adapt his business to just continue to be successful. I don't know how much he's grown since the first tour we ever did. I don't know how much more lights, how many more plants. I have no clue. But what I do know is that by switching the model to more of a micro drop and then increasing the price up, limited quantity equals more demand if the quality is exceptional. And he has been able to dial his quality in, bring in a gelato genetic that is just absolutely fire. It's got he told us before the episode it's mixed with a bunch of different things. It tastes like a gelato. Everybody tells him it's the best gelato they've ever had. It's not even a gelato. So it's one of those, he's got Mad Lime, Mad Lotto, a couple Mad Grape. There's a bunch of different things. It's his version of a brand. He does exactly what he wants to do, and I think to me, that's what it's all about. I think every bit of that is craft as fuck as it fucking gets. You know what I mean? So, call the strain what you want, rename it what you want, call it whatever it is. Do the packaging however it is you want to do it. He started in sandwich. He was in sandwich baggies and Mylars, and then single jars, and then stickers, and then other iterations, and now he's in this new one, and then now he's going to these boxes. It's never going to stop, and that's what's exciting about Mad Mark's brand for the customers that are watching is there's always going to be something new with Mark, whether it's the newest micro drops, the newest branding, the newest merchandise. There is always something new going on with Mark, and we very much encourage you guys to check in with his Instagram, follow him on all social medias, and go subscribe to his website, madmarkfarms.com. This is the North American Wheat Tour, man, episode 15. We just had Mad Mark from Mad Mark Farms in Washington. He's in Enumclaw, down in the Auburn to Tacoma to Kent areas. Super dope. Been fucking with him for a long time, man. Big shout out to Mark. Big love to having him on the episode. Mitch, we got some other very exciting people coming up here soon. I've got iSpire and a number of other brands. So to anybody watching this, be sure to tap in, like, follow, subscribe, respectmyregion.us on IG, YouTube, Twitch. We're on LinkedIn. All these episodes, these podcasts, we are showcasing cannabis culture all across North America. So please, if you want to get involved, reach out, hit up Mitch, hit up me. Mitch is representing a lot of stuff on the West Coast for us. Tap in with him. Anybody over in the rest of the country, please feel free to reach out.
Hell yeah. That's episode 15. We'll be back with plenty more. We'll see you guys soon.